Om Shankaraya Namaha. Welcome to today's satsangam. Shivabhakti, KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr. In the concept of time, there are very few greats who have changed the trajectory of understanding. And such a shift in the trajectory of understanding, Mukti Yatra, was done by KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr. In those ancient days, when travel, education, social conditioning, financial dependency, and all these were instilled in women, Her Highness showed a new understanding and awareness in Her Highness's Mukti Yatra. And this is something that we need to understand with much depth, because when we see Mukti Yatra, we see many sannyasis in Mukti Yatra. We are still not ready to go in samsaram as a samsari along with the partner into Ishvara. We should be ready. All the rishis and rishinis entered into Ishvara as a couple. This section has far withered away and fallen away. We need to reintegrate this, because it almost gives a new light into Mukti Yatra for samsaris traveling together with a husband or a wife. And Her Highness KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr sets an example of how a partner in samsaram should respond if the other half is not ready. And Her Highness set this example in those ancient days when women empowerment was not even spoken about. So let us talk and let us see KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr's bhakti towards Lord Ishvara and Lord Ishvara's krupa towards KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr. So, a love of a daughter to the father and a love of a father to the daughter. Her Highness, as the name says, hails from this place, KAraikkAl, and Her Highness was married off to a very rich and a wealthy merchant by Her Highness's father. Her Highness was a Shivabhakti. And one day, the husband from his workplace had sent a couple of mangoes home, and he was going to follow shortly to come and have the lunch. And Her Highness offers them to Ishvara as prasadam and awaits for Her Highness's husband to come. And then Her Highness notices a Shiva Bhakta crossing the home in extreme hunger, and the hunger was visible in his eyes. And Her Highness brings a mango and offers it to this person after offering the rest of the food. The husband comes, eats the mango that was sent, has his lunch obviously, and then eats the mango that was sent by him to Her Highness, and asks for the second mango, saying, "It is so tasty, I want to eat the next one. Where is it, my darling? Please go and bring it." KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr, newly married and wanting not to disappoint her husband by saying that I have given it away as alms to a Shiva Bhakta because he was not such a great devotee, feels a little bit taken aback and runs into the puja altar and requests Ishvara, my dear Ishvara, my father, I have offered this mango to a Shivabhakta, and now my husband is asking for the second mango that he sent to me. It was not mine to give away in the first place, but the hunger in the other person's eyes drew me to do it. Now I feel so scared, and I feel I would fail in my pativrata dharmam if I do not take the second fruit to my husband, my newly wedded husband. So please, Lord, bless me. The moment Her Highness says that, a mango appears in Her Highness's hand in the puja altar, and it was taken to the husband. The husband eats the mango and says, the two fruits that I sent, how could one of it, the very first one, be so normal in its taste? And how could the second fruit be almost like amrutam? At this point, Sri KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr had to say to Her Highness's husband, the second fruit was from Sakshat Ishvara. It just manifested in my hands because I did a mistake, because Her Highness did not want to not say the grace that Lord has on humans. Every time we miss to attribute Lord's grace to Lord, grace stops flowing. Her Highness knows this and says, it was my Lord, our Lord Ishvara's prasadam. The second one was Sakshat from Kailasam, and hence the taste would have definitely been like amrutam. The husband doesn't believe this and tells the wife off for lying so. And Her Highness goes into the puja altar, and the husband says, ask for another one. I want to see it to believe it. Her Highness says, my dear Ishvara, my husband is asking for another one to believe that you, Your Highness, is ever existent, and Your Highness was the one who gave me the first fruit. The fruit manifests in Her Highness's hands, and Her Highness gives it to the husband. The husband holds it and looks at it, and the fruit vanishes in the hand. Seeing this, the husband is taken aback, and he leaves the wife and goes away. When God comes, not everybody is strong enough to be drenched in the grace of Lord. One needs to vibrate within with the right amount of frequency to enjoy Lord. When the vibration isn't right inside, fear sets in when you see Lord and you move away. Lord is the most gracious there is if you are filled and are filling with grace. The Almighty Lord is the most scariest there is. If one is filled with doubt and mistrust, and they tend to move away from Lord naturally. And after this episode, the husband leaves the wife. Her Highness stays as a married yet a single woman, and comes to know after a long time that the husband had married another woman and has a child, and the child is named after KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr. Her Highness visits the husband along with her parents and finds out that he is not interested in living with her because the frequency difference is so much between the husband and wife. The divine vibration is not sitting well with a human vibration there. Knowing this, KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr says, that's all right, live a happy life, live a very happy life. My journey is different. And at that point, Her Highness asks, my dear Lord Ishvara, this body was created for a reason. And the reason was to marry and have children, because I'm a woman, I'm a pativrata, and this body has been rendered useless now. My dear Lord, would you kindly give me a ghostly image so that I don't have to carry the beauty of the body when I'm traveling to Your Highness. This was such a great liberation in thought. Her Highness wanted to just be the spirit and not the body. The Panchabhutas, Her Highness didn't want. Her Highness just wanted the spirit. Ghostly just means no non-physicality. Her Highness wanted the non-physicality and is gifted with non-physicality by Lord. And the physicality slowly starts vanishing. And Her Highness reaches Kailasam with the same minimal physical appearance. And as Her Highness reaches the foothills of Sri Kailasam, decides to walk on Her Highness's head and hands rather than the feet, because Her Highness didn't want to stamp the holy grounds of Sri Kailasam, reaches Ishvara. Devi Parvati is taken aback by this bhakti and is so proud and so extremely drenched in happiness by this understanding of this body of a woman who shares this body with Her Highness, who was once Mahakālika in the same format. And His Highness Ishvara, when offering mukti, refers to this beautiful soul as AmmaiyAr, meaning you are my mother. You are my mother. This being, from just being ready for giving birth to and becoming a human mother, mother for humans, has become mother for Lord Ishvara. Great bhakti. But samsaris need to understand, when one partner is very high in Mukti Yatra, it is so easy for the next partner to fall into that divine grace. It's so easy. If someone can't travel into Lord when one half of the person, which means the ardhangam in the samsaram, is ready for mukti, then they have a very long route to Lord. It says in many scriptures, if a husband or a wife, if one of them is a mukta, by choice the other partner can walk into Lord with them. Lord does not separate a husband and a wife. Choice is very important. And understanding in this beautiful registry, I would like to talk about the mango here. Devi, KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr, asked for a mango, it was given. Asked for another mango, it was given. The love of Lord to bhaktas is so deep. Lord did not manifest the next mango even for Swami Subramanya Murugan, His Highness's own flesh and blood, if that is the right way to say, His Highness's own spirit. But His Highness manifests a second mango, a second Jnanaparam for a bhakta. This bhakti is something, isn't it? We talk about women, liberation and all these things. What great liberation is it of our Devi Sri KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr to be called as the mother by the Lord for whom we thirst, our Ishvara. Let us offer our koti namaskarams to those golden lotus feet of AmmaiyAr, Sri KAraikkAl AmmaiyAr, which refused to walk on Kailasam. Such was the bhakti of a great bhakti, which made Her Highness to be accepted as the mother of Ishvara from Ishvara's own mouth. Such is the bhakti of one great woman who at the point of mukti gave such joy to our cosmic mother, Devi Sri Parvati. Mama sarvam Shri Adi Shankara Bhagavat Padhara Vindharpanamastu.